Hi and welcome to my channel. It's me, Tina. Today I'm going to be making some, what do you call it? Little pockets. I'm going to be doing kind of like a mass making style. I'm going to be using this little paper pack from Michaels. It's called Melodies and Lace. I have no idea if they still have it there. And I don't even know what the papers really look like. So I assume it looks like this. So I'm gonna just grab it and see what it has. I guess it has 2 of each of these. So, oh, look at that owl. Isn't that cute? Oh, it's kind of like a bird theme. Ooh, I like it. Okay, so I'm just going to start, and I'm going to start with this page. And this is sort of inspired by Corey Dahman. She made these at Christmas time for her, what was it? Don't Freak Out Before Christmas. So I'm going to make these, I'm going to do this. Okay, so this paper is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let me just read how big this paper is. This paper is 8 by 8. Okay, so I'm gonna cut 4 by 8, but so then I'll have 2 that are cut in 4. William, what are you doing? You funny guy. And now there's another, just a new, like a, what do you call it? A craft paper color. And I'm just going to do the same thing. So I will have 4 pieces here now. And so they are 8 inches. I know that. So I'm going to just do 2 at a time because I don't know how this little cutter will cut. I'm going to do 6 inches. I'm going to cut 2 inches off. And I'm going to cut, I'll do this one a little bit more. I'll do maybe like, I'll do 6 inches. Just so they're all the same. So there we go. There's 4 of those. And then these I'll just keep for, whatever, scrap paper. Now I'm going to pick out 3 papers. So that one we use, that one. And this I want to use for something else. And these I want to use for something else because they're so cute. So I will use this one. And this one. And okay, I'm going to use one more. Which one? Which one? Okay, it'll have to be eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We will do this one with the owl because I wanted to use this paper. So now I'm going to, William, what are you doing? So I'm going to cut this, okay, 3 by 3. I'm going to make 4 3 by 3 squares. So here we go. And that's what we're going to do with each of the papers. Make 4 3 by 3 squares. And then I have this little piece left here. We'll just put it over there. And let's see how this works out. So that was 2. See if we can get something with the owl. Cut that. Okay, so now I have 4 of that paper. And we'll save the scraps.
Mom.
And okay, so we'll cut a 3 by 3. And I'm sure it'll cut the 2 pages, so we'll just cut it like that. There's 2. There is 2 more. And then, so we have these little pieces as scraps to use for something else. And yeah, I like doing this in like a mass making. So we'll do 4 at a time here. And I just like having them ready. That way I can, you know, just put the cards in that I need. And it covers 1 whole page. Okay, so that is all the cutting that we're going to do. Now, with these large pieces, all we're going to do is just cut the corners. My corner rounder. Now you could, you know, do any style you want, rounding the corners. You could do a little corner, a large corner. I have this one that cuts just little corners, or like just little snippets. Like so. And there we go. See, you can see the difference in what they look like. I don't know why one is longer, but that's okay. Now we're gonna work with these cards. So, what I do is I just use my mat. And I figure out, like, so they're 3 inches, so it'll be at the 6 and at the 3. And I want to fold them so they are 2 inches wide. So I'm going to use my bone folder like this. And then so if you want to do it here at the bottom, like here's your 2. And then just, you can use like a scoring tool if you want. But I just find it easier like this. So there's that. And they'll be going, the pockets will be going this way. So try to get your paper lined up accordingly. So now you just want to do a 1/2 inch on each side and then line up at the 2 because you want your cards 2 inches wide. So it's very simple to do. And I find it easier just to do it like this instead of getting my score machine, a scoring tool. Just do it like this, so you don't need a fancy tool. And then you just line it up at the 2. Just make sure that it's nice and straight everywhere, and just line it up like that. And your one side, you know, will be longer than the other. For me, I don't really care. Some people are you know, they don't like when one side is longer than the other, but that's okay. Okay, so this is how I was doing it. I'll show you on my next one. Oops. Make sure you keep it at the right lines. So line it up at the 2.5 and make sure it's, you know, you've got it at the corner, and just push down, and then you put, this one looks crooked, holy cow. So 2.5. So yeah, that was Crooked City. Oh man, I just keep looking at Bill there, what noises he's making. He's making some weird noises, silly guy. This one's giving me a hard time. So now I just put it at the 2 here, and then line it up here, and that should give me my 2 inches. See? And just do that with all of them. Go to the 3.5 and line up at the 2 like so. And 2.5. Yeah, this is a little bit of a tedious job. I mean, I enjoy it because you get a lot done at once. Phil, go see what Mike's doing. No? And like that. So, okay, so I have this one here, and we want to make sure this one has the eyes showing, because I want to see the owl's eyes. See, like that. Now we go to the 2. Might not be all that great, but that's not bad. Okay, so 2.5. And if you want to skip forward to the next section, that's fine. You don't have to sit here and watch me fold paper. We got 2 more left. So 3.5. But this really, you know, if you watch this over and over, you know how to do it. You get the idea of how to do it. Okay, so last one here. Folding at 2.5 and then folding over, and then at the 2 and folding over. Okay, now our next step is we have to figure out which is going to be the top. So with this one, it really doesn't matter. So this is going to be my top, and then I just want to cut a little triangle out there like that. So I'm going to do that with all of them. Little triangle. So make sure you just go, and you don't want to cut over your fold like I did here. You don't want to do that. So you want it from the fold. You can even hold it like this, from the fold that way, and then from the fold that way, and from the fold this way, just so you get a nice opening. And with this one, it has words, so you want them right side up. So you make sure you, you do the right side. And see, it doesn't matter if they're, one side is longer than the other, just as long as, you know, you know what what you have there. And this way. And this way. And this will be the top. And we'll have a lot of the same pockets, but I mean, when you're mask making, you're not putting them all in the same journal anyway. So this one doesn't matter which is the top. So just a little triangle out of there, like so. And like that. Now, what you're going to do is, you're going to put it at the 2.5 if you're using a, kind of like a ruler here. And then just whatever's left, fold up. So whatever's left, fold up. Put it at the 2.5. And fold up from the bottom. And again, 2.5 and fold up. Oop. That way all your little pockets are going to be the same size. Two and a half. Oh, that one was 3. So you have to be careful and make sure that it's straight. Two and a half. And once you get the hang of this, you can just joop, 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 and you've got a bunch of them done. 2.5. I like to use my bone folder, but it's like, then I put it up, or I put it down, and then I have to pick it up, and almost too much work. Almost seems like work. But it is much easier on your hands if you use the bone folder. Was that 2? No, 2.5. Whoops. So, there we go. One more left. Okay. Now, when you're looking at this, all right, so you take your thing that your little pocket you have folded, and actually what I'm going to do is take 2 at a time, and I'm going to punch a little hole in it. So either you can draw the little hole or you can punch it. So like that. And you could take, I think maybe you could do 3. I think my tool does 3. And this is a 1-inch punch. But I'm sure you could just notch it any way you want. You don't have to have this exactly. You could use, you know, just kind of use your eyeball it and just cut a little notch. So yeah, it just goes in there a little bit like that. And this one's gonna have 4. Let's see if this big guy can do it. Oh boy, nope. 4 is almost too much. Okay, so we have these little scraps here, and we're not quite done with the little snipping. So now we're going to take our little thing that we have folded, and we're gonna snip out this. So just cut where the lines cross like this, just cut that off so we get a nice crisp corner like that. So do that to all of them. That way you get a nice crisp corner. So really no special tools needed. If you wanted, you could use a bone folder, but you don't even really need that. This is pretty easy. Basically, you need like a ruler, but I love this kind of a mat where I just lay it down and I can do it that way. So just cut out the little corner. I guess you could do it like this too, but I find that this is more work that way. If you cut out that corner, I like to just go like this because you don't see it anyway, and just cut that out. See, it's perfect. And you could mass cut them, but I don't know if my cutting is sometimes not the greatest. So like that. Couple more. And remember, if you've been following along with me, you'll be doing 4 sets of 3 tags, so, or 3 pockets, 4 sets of 3. Okay, so that is all of the cutting. Now you can move those to the side, get your glue. And now would be the time for distressing. I'm just going to do one just to show you how I would do it. So just distress this card. And then, I mean, you could glue them onto and then distress them like that. And then you kind of want to decide which ones you want on there. You could do it like that, and which way you want them facing. If you want them facing this way or that way. I think I'll be doing some this way. So I think I'll distress this one because it's such a light color, like this, and do it that way, and maybe this one too. There, like so, and this blue one's fine. So just put your glue on these 3 sides. And this is just the Elaine's Tacky Glue. And what I like to do is I like to put glue on all 3 of them. And that way I can move them to fit better. Whoops, I got some glue on there. So like this. Okay. Now I usually start at the bottom here, and where I leave my bone folder. So take one, and you can decide if you want them up further or down. I'm going to do them down further, and I'm not going to press too hard yet because I don't know exactly how far apart I want them here. So I'm going to put that one there, this one here. Oh, these are going to be quite close together. So I'm going to move them up a bit. like so. Yeah, they're going to be quite close together. So if you want them further apart, you'll just have to make a larger card. And you can stagger them too if you like on here, or you can have them in a row like this. So these are going to be in a row. And put glue if they're not sticking, because I waited a little bit longer. So there's those. Okay, now I'll show you on one of these. So I'll distress this. And you can distress it in any other color, I was going to say. But I always like my vintage photo. So there's that one. And I'm going to put, this time I'll put them this way. And we'll do this green one on here. See, you could do two. And let's see what other colors we had here. We have the owl one. Okay, I'll do this one. So you could put them like so, just kind of stagger them. So again, I'm gonna ink up these ones, the lighter ones. And you could make one pocket just a bit smaller. That's what I'm going to do with this. Make one pocket just a little bit smaller just by moving this here. Moving each end. And like that. Make sure it's straight would be my first suggestion. And I always think I can eyeball things and then I can't. Okay, so there. And then there. So I just moved them just slightly in. And let's distress them again. And see what happens when you don't have that corner cut. It wants to kind of go wonky on you. So just give that a cut. There we go. See, that looks pretty. And that way they will fit on here better. So I'm going to start with the bottom again. Just put glue. And glue here. Oop. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start with the bottom, putting it down. Now I'm going to put this one here. And then I'm gonna put this one up a little further, like that. And then I'll take this one and put it like I did the bottom one. So it's kind of a staggered look. Whoop. There we go. There's those. So now I'll just show you the two different ones that I've done, and I'll show you a couple that I've done in more of a vintage theme, which is this one, and I've got little cards in here already. I haven't decorated any of them, and see what happens when you put different colors in there. It just is so cute. I just love it. And these are basically the same colors, like the pockets. Actually, if I put them like this, you can see they're the same. But they look so much different if you add like a little different tag in them. And then this one has one pocket different. So yeah, you can make them all different kinds. And I will show you my Christmas one I have right here. I put little tags on it like that, and this is just my, in my, what is this called? My journal where, my idea journal, that's what this is. So this was Christmas paper, and like, it's amazing how different it looks with like a vintage paper, you know, but it's still the same idea. And that way you can glue it down and then have a pocket underneath that yet. So yeah, this was one of Corey Dahman's Don't Freak Out Before Christmas. So I will link her channel and give her the credit. I don't know if she created this idea, but I thought it was so cool. And yeah, so here I have a bunch of them ready to go into different journals, and I'll work on finishing these. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something or watched me learn stuff. I enjoyed myself. So I'll be continuing to make these two. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like this video. Give me a thumbs up. Join my channel if you haven't. And God bless you all. We'll see you soon. Bye.